The standard of excellence around here is unmatched.
Buford football began playing football 83 years ago in 1942. 36 years later, in 1978, Buford football won its first state championship. Buford football then turned the century in 2000 by playing in its first state championship game in 22 years at Commerce. That began a 25-year run of Buford football excellence with amazing results. A one-loss record of 345 wins and only 29 losses. That's 93% winning percentage. Unmatched in the state. Playing for the state championship 19 times, winning 14. Unmatched in Georgia football history for the last 25 years.
We were a AA school. When I started as a freshman, Buford had just moved up recently from single A ball. And then when I left, kind of moving up into AAA, and then when I came back and started coaching, we were 4A. And just the city of Buford, everything just started, taking off.
We did hear voices about, that Buford will never win in the largest classification. And Buford, he hadn't won a championship in 3 years. For us, we try to block out all that outside noise. We knew this team was talented.
Something gets laid on your heart, you want no choice but to go full speed ahead and try to achieve at the highest level we could. I was content and happy to be in Buford, Georgia and coach these kids and be in the weight room all the way about up to 2017, the first kind of opportunity of the thought process of, Coach Simpson sitting me down and say, hey, I've been grooming you for this for a while and it didn't work out the first time, but 2019 rolls around again, I get another opportunity, and at that point I knew I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to have an opportunity to coach, this program in that seat.
For our head coach, Brian Appling, this is his 4th state championship in his 7 years as our head coach. He has an incredible 90 wins and only 8 losses. He also was a part of 7 other state championships here as a key assistant coach, giving him 11 overall state championships.
There's perhaps no other place in the country where there's a greater partnership, really marriage, between a city and its school system. And whether it's our city commissioners or our Board of Education members, I like to tell people every one of them are Buford High School graduates with generations of families here. And they live every day. How can I better our school system? How can we invest in our kids? Whether it's in the athletics or the arts or our education system. And because our city of Buford has been run correctly by a long-time city commission chairman in Philip Beard, its financial stability is unbelievable, and they've put their resources in our school system.
This trajectory for Buford football, way back to RD in the late 90s when Coach Wood first got here, setting a standard of excellence of what we do and how we play and the little things, the smallest things that everybody doesn't think matter. That's what leads to these situations.
We're going to line up and we are going to be physical. And everything we do starts with our line of scrimmage. And if you're not physical at the line of scrimmage, if you're not winning on the other side of the line of scrimmage, then it's hard to play.
This journey started back in January, and then you hit another spike in July when you get the team together for camp. And they tell you in the middle of camp that they want to go 15-0. They want to win the state championship. They want to, be regarded as one of the best senior classes that leave.
Just win the state championship. That was our main goal. That kind of motivated us to work harder.
And there's certain games that kids play really, really well of, okay, there is a chance that we could have a chance at this thing.
I don't think until we actually got to this final game with the matchup with Carrollton, we might have a chance. We might have a chance to win it all. And I think that's maybe when it finally hit us, that we got to Mercedes-Benz. We're playing a state championship game. But then at that time, all the national polls had dropped Grayson, had moved us up there, and everybody had kind of labeled it as not only a state championship, but a national championship. I don't know that it hit us to that night.
The crazy atmosphere, it gets loud in there because it's a dome. I came out, I could barely breathe. That's how in shock I was.
And I look up at the stands, looks like the whole city of Buford, whole city of Carrollton, it's just packed.
It takes a lot of things to win a state championship. It takes a lot of things that are out of your control to win a national championship and get, named the national champions.
Whether you're in AA ball or whether you're in, the highest classification, ball is still ball.
Well, we didn't play well offensively early, particularly the first half. Our defense kind of kept us in it.
When we go in at halftime, we're down, 7 points. We give up the play right before half.
Their offense came out, they were coming out hot.
We had to overcome a lot of adversity. A lot of us were banged up from the previous, nights and previous games, and we knew what we were going up against, especially after last year. We played them in the semis and got beat.
We're like, okay, we done came this far, so then we have to go win it all. This is our last game as for a senior, so we have to give it our all and just don't let the city down.
This first state championship we won where you kind of had it in hand with like a minute left. We got that first down. You do the calculations of how many seconds are going to run off in between each play. They only have 2 timeouts left. So it was the first time we got to celebrate a little bit on the sideline before the last second ticked off. So that was a good feeling, to know it and take the headsets off and know before it's all said and done.
I mean, it was awesome. I was crying after the game,
Go, hey, I'm telling you, we really number one.
I'll say this year was crazy, from the loss last year, we just wanted to come back and get better like every week. So every practice we came in focused, ready to work, and in the weight room ready to work. And then like just battling some injuries, like nicking at injuries, and like other players battling injuries. So everybody just had to step up. Like some of the young guys had to grow up. So this year has been crazy. And then like getting to that 15 game that we always wanted to get to and winning it.
National championship, I mean, that's just huge, finishing number 1 in the nation. You can say you played for the number 1 school in the country. I mean, it's awesome.
Buford is a community that believes and thrives on excellence. I would like to extend a very special thank you to Chairman Mr. Philip Beard, to our city commissioners, to our Board of Education, and our school administrators for always putting our students first. The success we celebrate today did not happen by chance. Instead, it happened because our staff and our student athletes committed to a higher standard.
Winning state championships in all classifications from single A through now the top classification, never done in Georgia football history. Owning a state record of 47 consecutive games won, never done in the history of the state of Georgia. Buford football becomes the 2025 consensus national champions, not accomplished by a state of Georgia team since 1991.
Because this community is special.
Each week, in and out, you guys took care of business, putting together an impressive 15-0 record in one of the most talent-rich states and one of the most difficult classifications all over the country. So on behalf of myself, Eric, and the rest of the SC Next ESPN committee, we're proud to crown you 2025 national champions.
We've been in a perfect storm now for quite a while where we've had, talented, committed kids. We've been able to attract great coaches, and we've been able to keep them, and certainly we've had unbelievable support from our community and our school board and commission, and we're just grateful for that, and we're all working as hard as we can work. Mostly, I think we want excellence. We want every kid to get as close to their full potential as possible. If that ends up in a championship, that's great. We want them to be excellent in the classroom, and we always want to keep that vision for, we're trying to prepare young people for the future.